Ebusian penifo kasa bi say sentokwa fono wa na ato woni akakaka. Na brofo so kasa bi say if you can't beat them, join them. Se wontimi mbo wo mo a e wo so di o machi. We ensem bi ampenyimfo eka. Minimo kasa die sisi anioma na eba no nsem aye tete no e kire mu say Afenyo markings sisi ade ntokwa no afono no nti ato ne akakaka. Ena wontimi mbo wo mu nti no we na adwen say obese o join ne wo mu. Onu akasa ne kasa bi a okakaye ede kire abanbaben no abusia abanbabe ababontene abetene to na nsem a wo ka no ani enyan wo kire mu say 7 years 11 months na omawo eye power no abusia ne party ni nyehwe nti osere eye abanbaben eye 1 month pa anase eye 10 days pa akame ato abai abusia abanbaben embra me be parliament no no mo fan transact eye government business because almost 11 months any almost 7 years no omanti amfa nyehwe amagana we ni oma bi ababontene ebe kan ya Afenyo markings ababontene eba betene to ahase malikbasintale TV so we no first number channel so bo mo subscribe efema yen yin nanim say Afenyo markings tabiri nsem bi a nke woso mo kan fie ede kwa abonten say abontefo enkamfa ma omo nti abontefo no betena asem no so omo kan nsem na amuhunu say ane ye na tumi ni ye de anti de pe ene ye de ye no na abontefo a Supreme Court no omo ruli asem no ede ma Afenyo markings o na abanbabe nka ase da bi o ma abontisu ni emba me chene de wonye e woni fie no se sa de a anya nto a anya ntua oto parliament house ni besin de ombieye but abusia Afenyo markings atwere memu agakoma eye abanbabe se wo sere na o ma mebie parliament no be transact government business we can I think the third time ni na Afenyo markings atwere eye memu anase nkrata akoma eye abanbabe se o ma mebie parliament house no but nsem bi o ka kire eye abanbaben ene say almost 7 months and I say almost 7 years 11 months in governance and I say government no omantimi anya pepe bia enti eye 10 days na aka no ena omde be bibi e de magana enti abanbaben osere na ombra be eye parliament enfama no we nsem a Afenyo markets ko kan ye e de kire eye speaker of parliament tabusuya me no kasa de a lot of people about wantini they come adwene that Afenyo markets without wasting my time no yenko nti nsem a ekoye ene nsema abanbaben ekaye ede kire eye Afenyo markets asi malikbasintale TV so we the first time about channel so mo dey subscribe na share no be video ni bi enhwe
well within my powers.
By the mention of Katie Hammond, I just got a memory refresh and a glorious new day to Ghana. Exactly 4 years ago, a cabal of dishonest people decided to meet in a room to deceive the over 30 million Ghanaians we have in this country. So they came out and told us that they are going to absorb the utility that we are enjoying at the time. So government was going to pay, only for us to vote for them. And then the next minute, we were told that whatever was given to us was on a loan. So the good people of Ghana would remember that after they won the election and we had to pay, the prices of electricity bill were off the roof, over the roof. And then later we were told that we have to pay COVID levy because of the utility we enjoyed during that time. So the name Katie Hammond just refreshed that memory.
The explanation at that time was that we were having difficulties, so the government was subventing our living. The
difficulties now is worse than then. So back to the issue, Roland. I would want to take the opportunity to commend Speaker Bagbin for the incredible show of patriotism. When you read the memo that was sent by the leader of government business, he says that he would want the parliament to be recalled based on urgent issues. Then I asked myself one thing. If it is urgent issues, and if you look at the issues in there, one major thing that I would have been very interested in was the budget. You give them 28th, 29th, 2 days to discuss 22 issues. And that is not in the interest of the nation. We vote for people to go to parliament to represent us. They are not just there to be doing yeah. No. They are there to read, scrutinize, criticize, make suggestions to make sure that whatever bill that goes into that chamber is thorough and it is serving the interest of the nation. So if you give people 2 days, what were they're supposed to do? And then he tells us that this is urgent government business. That is where I find very intriguing. For over 7 years, 10 months. We are in the 12th month as it stands now because we are almost entering December. 7 years, 11 months. You couldn't do urgent government business. And key 3 things there that caught my attention was the revocation, the environmental bill. And okay, so now government is seeking to revoke government. When we were living in our nation, we were not having people mining in the forest reserves. All of a sudden, you introduce an airline that they should go and mine in our forest reserves. Then now, all of a sudden, you want to revoke that. 7 years. The first year you introduced it and you realized that our water was getting spoiled. We kept complaining. Civic organizations, opposition, the ordinary Ghanaian, the patriotic Ghanaian was complaining that based on that, our waters were getting spoiled. You didn't mind us. 4 or 5 days to election is when you want to pass that bill. And the other part I find amusing is the part where you want to give tax exemptions. I have always maintained that the various companies we have under one district, one factory, about 90% of them are not companies that were set from the scratch or were not companies that were supported based on merit. They just looked for companies that had their incorporation with their party members, their cronies, and then they decided to give some small amount to them and then label their companies. I am being frank with you, Papa Ro.
Are you sure?
Walk the breadth and length of this nation and look at the companies that they gave the monies to for expansion under the one district. Good. How many? That's why I said about 90%. So there's a 10% exemption. And then now you want to give them a bye-bye bailiff since you are leaving office. Then it comes out to the conclusion that ever since government started doing business, what have we gained as a people? And when you talk about the issues of precedence and all of that, technically, per every parliament, by the 15th of November, Parliament is on recess. They go back to their various constituencies, and what they ought to do is to show the people that they are giving an account. My party, NDC, we uplift probity and accountability. So when people vote for you to go to Parliament to do business, you are not doing business on your behalf as a certain individual, but it's on the behalf of all the people in your constituency who gave you that mandate. So around this time, you go back to your people, give an account of the years you have spent in Parliament and what you were able to lobby and negotiate and the state of the nation. You give that account to your people. The government business that they've done so far. I would want to take our minds to a quote by Martin Emela. He says, "First, they came for the socialists. I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionist. I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for me and there was no one left to speak for me." The government businesses that they've been doing so far, DDEP, when they started this domestic debt exchange program, they were giving haircuts to the aged. You were not part and you thought it wouldn't affect you. Now you walk to our homes and our mothers and fathers who are on pension have become a burden on the household income. They said that they were going to give us a lean way by providing numerous jobs for us. What did they come to do? President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia ended up employing their family members under nepotism, and what they told us, the guys, was that their family members were qualified. Because you believed in that they were qualified story, here we are today. Unemployment rate of 14.7%. We cannot find jobs to do. We did not speak out then. Then they came to how they were abusing incumbency with the appointment of certain people to critical independent institutes in this nation. Then we said that they have that power. The president is exercising his discretion. They gave us people who were wearing political clothes. And today, as we speak now, Papa Ro, everything in this country is in shambles. So since they started doing urgent government business, what they have given us is a 14.7 unemployment rate. What they have given us is people who are above 60% in various homes and they cannot even buy drugs for hypertension and diabetes they are suffering from. What they have given us is, when you walk the breadth and length of this nation, the waters that they have polluted and the food stuff that we are consuming. What they have given us is a free senior high school fantastic policy that they implemented symbolically, and people had to consume social rice that was repackaged, was unwholesome for our children. So as I wrap up, Papa Ro, whatever the speaker has done thus far is in the interest of the nation, because we need ample time to discuss, scrutinize, give some form of ideas to whatever bill that they intend to bring. It is not a matter of going to Parliament and saying, yeah, no. 7 December is not too far. May the good Lord see us through 7 December. Parliament will come back, and whatever business they seek to do, it will be done.
But Ania, you've been an experienced public servant before, and for a budget not yet passed, and then even
which budget is that? The budget is for next year.
But it hasn't been read.
It's not for tomorrow. So let's.
And then even those exemptions under 1D1F, somebody will say that
the business support scheme that they
so somebody will say the way the speaker is behaving,
what
it's a no.
We don't need them to give anybody an exemption. Me, I love Bagbin. Bagbin is great. He's a wonderful person. I mean, he's a bold person. If we had people like that, if we had 10 people, men.
Bold?
Yes, he's courageous. He knows what he's about. And I doff my hat out to him. He's a great man.
He's stalling the work of Parliament.
Who are the people? Who? Tell me who the people are.
They are on social media, they are in the public domain.
I beg you. He said that he let me say good morning to your viewers. Let me say good morning to my best friend Abdul Latif. He had a great I'm tired though. He had a great walk at the weekend. You say what?
Abdul Latif, who is he?
You've upgraded him from friend to best friend.
The MP for Ablekuma Central.
Okay. Were you at the walk?
No, I was in Kumasi.
Oh, okay.
So you see, when in speakers, maybe I came because of you today.
Thank you. We are grateful.
Very early in the morning, I set off. It was early, 1 a.m. So the point is that the speaker, when he responded, he quoted Article 296 because he said that he cannot use discretion to honor the request of Afenyo. MPP is a very laughable party. So they wanted to do government business and they wasted time up and down.
They were looking at constitutional issues because
because of spiritual issues, they couldn't sit at a certain place. That if they go and sit there spiritually, it was wrong. This is where it has landed them.
Spiritual issues, right?
That is what Afenyo said. He said because of spiritual issues, they cannot sit at them. It was on TV.
You are misquoting him.
That's not fair. What is fair?
Go ahead.
I didn't disrupt her.
I'm taking notice.
Please, so check
He's heckling.
296.
I hope that's not a strategy for today.
No, I won't agree.
Okay, please.
296. That is what Speaker Bagbin quoted. A and B. Where in this constitution or in any other law, discretionary power is vested in any person or authority, that discretionary power shall be deemed to imply a duty to be fair and candid. Do you get me?
Why is he being fair and candid?
What is that? He's being fair and candid. He's saying that in the business of Parliament, it is both outside and inside, at the plenary and at the constituency. At this time that we are here, members of Parliament are doing the other side, and that is the constituency. And you cannot call them back when it is 9 days to an election. Do you get me? How insensitive can Afenyo be to even think and conjecture that the people, MPs, PCs, who are campaigning outside of the jurisdiction of Accra should take 2 days to travel to Accra, 2 days travel, another 2 days to sit to discuss 22 matters that you cannot even finish. Use 4 days out of the 9 to come and do their bidding.
So that will be 6 days in all.
Yes.
Travel in, out, and then do the work. Out of 9.
Out of 9 days.
You think that cannot be a sacrifice for Ghana?
This is not Ghana. This is MPP. They say what government business? The budget can be read after 7 December. 7 December will be still up to 7 January will still be the 8th Parliament. It won't be the 9th Parliament. So nobody can frustrate anybody, force anybody's hand to come. When they were supposed to sit in that chamber, they walked out because of spiritual matters.